Assalamu alaikum, dear students. How are you? I think all of you are well in grace of Almighty Allah. I am also fine. I am Mohammad Hiran Chaudhary, Associate Professor and Head of the Department, Statistics Department, Eden Mohila College, Dhaka. Welcome to online class on behalf of Eden Mohila College. Today's topic is measures of dispersion. This is from first year non-major course. Course name State NM 101 Introduction to Statistics. Earlier I have discussed central tendency, various measures of central tendency, its merits and demerits, some theorems and some problems. Today I shall discuss measures of dispersion. This is another chapter. At first, what is measures of dispersion? What is measures of dispersion? Measures of dispersion is a measure describing how the observations in a data set are collected, are scattered or spread out. Measures of dispersion is a measure describing how the observations in a data set are scattered or spread out. Measures of dispersion are two types. Measures of dispersion are two types. Absolute measures measure, another relative measure. Absolute measures, relative measures. The absolute measure is the measures which is computed from original data. A relative measure is a measure which is defined by percentage. Absolute measures are of four types. Range, quartile deviation, mean deviation, another standard deviation. Relative measures also four types. This is coefficient of range, coefficient of quartile deviation, coefficient of mean deviation, coefficient of variation. Another measures coefficient of variation. Coefficient of variation. Now various absolute measures of dispersion with its merits and demerits. So what is range? Range is the difference between highest and smallest value in a data set. Range is defined as the difference between highest value or highest value and lowest value, or the higher or the smallest value or largest value in a data set. It is denoted by R, that is R equal to highest value or largest values minus smallest value. For example, if we consider 2, 3, 10, 20, 50, 80, then range equal to 80 minus 2, that is 78. This is the difference between highest value and lowest value. This is for ungrouped data. For group data, if 5, 10, 10, 15, 15, 20, 20, 25, in such a case, range equal to highest value of last class, upper value of last class minus lower value of first class. This is 20. Upper value of last class limit, lower value of first class. This is for group data. It has merits and demerits. Merits or advantage. It is easy to understand, easy to calculate. It is rigidly defined. This is the merits. It is easy to understand, easy to calculate, and it is rigidly defined. Demerits. Demerits. It is not based on all the observations. Since it is only based on highest value and lowest value, other values are not considerable. So it is not based on all observations. It is affected by extreme values. It is affected by extreme values. This is the disadvantage of range. Then mean deviation. Mean deviation, in brief, MD. Mean deviation of a series is the arithmetic mean of the absolute deviation of various items from some central values such as mean, median, or mode. Mean deviation of a series is the arithmetic mean of the absolute deviation of various items from some central values such as mean, median, mode. It is denoted by MD. For ungrouped data, that is, from definition we can say that mean deviation is calculated from mean, median, and mode. For ungrouped data, mean deviation x bar means summation absolute value xi minus x bar by n MD median xi minus n MD mode xi minus mo by n. This is for ungrouped data. Now for group data, just added frequency fi n fi n fi capital. For group data, just added frequency. No, mean deviation of a series is the arithmetic mean of the absolute deviation. Absolute deviation of various items from some central value, that is mean, median, mode. It is denoted by MD. So we can calculate mean deviation from mean, median and mode. It has also merits and demerits. Merits number 1, it is simple to understand, it is easy to calculate, it is based on all the observations, it is rigidly defined. It is simple to understand, it is easy to calculate, it is based on all the observations, it is rigidly defined. Demerits, it is not suitable for further mathematical treatments. In case of missing value, it is not suitable. Demerits, it is not suitable for further mathematical treatments. Next one, in case of missing value, it is not suitable. Next, standard deviation. Standard deviation, in brief, SD. The positive square root of the arithmetic mean of the squares of deviations of the observations from arithmetic mean is known as standard deviation. The positive square root of the arithmetic mean of the squares of deviations of the observations from the arithmetic mean is known as standard deviation. It is denoted by Greek letter sigma. Sigma or SD. So from ungrouped data, for ungrouped data, SD equal to root over summation xi minus x bar y n. Or from this theorem we can write, after calculating summation xi square and summation xi by n whole square. This is from ungrouped data. Standard deviation is vector. Now for group data, just add frequency fi xi square by n fi xi by n whole square. It has also merits and demerits. First, merits. It is rigidly defined, it is based on all the observations, it is possible for further mathematical treatments, it is less affected by sampling fluctuations. Merits, it is rigidly defined, it is based on all the observations, it is possible for further algebraic treatment, it is less if affected by sampling fluctuations. Demerits, it is not easy to understand, it is not easy to calculate, it is not calculated in case of open-ended classes. It is not easy to understand, it is not easy to calculate, it may not be calculated in case of open-ended class. Open-ended class means, suppose 10. First one is not given, 10, 15, 15, 20, suppose 25. 20, upper limit, lower limit missing, upper limit missing. This interval is called open-ended plus interval. In such case, standard deviation are not calculated. Next, quartile deviation. Quartile deviation, in brief, QD. Let Q1 be the first quartile, and Q3 be the third quartile. Then quartile deviation is QD equal to Q3 minus Q1 by 2. That is the difference between third quartile and first quartile, then divided by 2 is called quartile deviation. It has also merits and demerits. It is merits, it is easy to understand, easy to calculate, it is rigidly defined, it is not affected by extreme values. It is easy to understand, it is easy to calculate, it is rigidly defined, it is not affected by extreme values. Demerits, it is not based on all the observations, it is not suitable to algebraic treatment, it is affected by sampling fluctuations. This is our absolute measures of deviations with merits and demerits. LD equal to summation xi minus h bar whole square. If we square both sides, then it is called variation. Xi minus h bar whole square by n. This is called variation. Variation or variance. Just square of standard deviation. Square of standard deviation is called variance. The root of variance is called standard deviation. This is the relation between standard deviation and variance. If we square standard deviation, then we get variance, and if we take root of variance, then we get standard deviation. And in case of frequency distribution, variation equal to sigma square summation fi xi minus h bar whole square by n. Relative measure, most useful thing is coefficient of variation in relative measures. Coefficient of variation, in brief CV, coefficient of variation. CV is the ratio of standard deviation with mean, ratio of standard deviation and mean after multiply by and then multiply by 100. That is, CV is the standard deviation divided by mean and then multiply and then percentage, then it is called coefficient of variation. Coefficient of variation is equal to the standard deviation divided by mean multiplied by 100. That is, coefficient of variation is always expressed by percentage. It is most applicable for comparing data, to compare mean or two or more variables. Now some theorems. Standard deviation is independent of origin but depends on scale. Standard deviation is origin. Standard deviation is independent of origin but depends on scale. Let x1, x2, xn be n observations. Set observation with mean x bar. Then standard deviation is number 1. Let us define new variable di equal to xi minus a by c, where a is origin and c is scale. Where a is origin and c is scale. Now cross multiplication we get taking summation on both sides and divided by n. This is x bar equal to a plus c d bar. Put these values in equation 1, we get xi a plus c di minus a minus d bar whole square by n c di minus c d bar whole square by n. If we take c as common, then we get this is LDD. So from this relation we can say that standard deviation depends on scale but not origin. In case of variance we can say that sigma x square equal to c square sigma d square. Just multiply, just square in both sides, then we get this. So in place of variance, in place of standard deviation in variance, then we can write this formula. So we can also say that variance is also independent origin but depends on scale of measurement. Next, mean deviation about mean cannot exceed standard deviation. Mean deviation about mean cannot exceed standard deviation. Mean deviation about mean cannot exceed standard deviation. Let us consider x1, x2, xn be a set of n observations where this is variance and this is mean deviation. This is mean deviation. We know square terms can never be negative, that is square terms can never be negative, so we can write summation is equal to 0. After calculating we can write it x square xi whole square by n is greater or 0, that is xi whole square is greater or whole square by n. Put xi minus x bar instead of xi, we get xi minus x bar whole square is greater than xi minus x bar whole square by n. And again dividing both sides by n, we get whole square. This is variance, this is md square, so sigma equal to md, that is standard deviation cannot exceed mean deviation about mean cannot exceed standard deviation. For two non-negative values, values show that md is equal to r by 2, where md mean deviation, LD standard deviation, r is the range. Let x1 and x2 be two non-negative values where x1 is greater than x2, then range x1 minus x2 mean x1 plus x2 by 2. Now mean deviation equal to x1 minus x1 plus x2 minus x1 by 2. One plus x2 by 2 plus x1 plus x2 by 2. Calculating 2x1 x2 2x2 x1 x2 by 2 x1 minus x2 by 2 x1 minus x2 by 2 this is same, so 2x1 2 vanish is x1 minus x2 by 2 x1 minus x2 by 2, that is r by 2. So md equal to r by 2. Now from standard deviation, Hd equal to root over x1 minus x1 square x2 minus by 2 x1 minus square by 2 square 2x2 x1 minus x2 by 2 square minus x2 by 2 square 2 vanish, that is x1 minus x2 by 2 whole square, root and square vanish, so we can write this is r by 2. So finally we can write for two non-negative values md equal to nd equal to r by 2. So viewers, no more today. See you next another day, inshallah. Allah Hafiz.